Well, I want you to know that Robin made it to the Philippines. Actually, she had to stop in Guam on the way there. Guam is where we used to live. And so she was there for maybe, well, she got in at the 6 o'clock flight. And then she had to leave at 2 in the morning on the next flight that went into the Philippines. So she had a little bit of time where she could see the wonderful island of Guam. And then she went to the Philippines. And you remember Robin, right? She is Kim's friend who is a nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Right? She's a nurse that was going to the Philippines in order to help out with the earthquake relief, right? Because there are lots of people that got hurt and a lot of people that got sick after the big earthquake. No, it wasn't an earthquake, it was a typhoon. No, it was a typhoon, a big storm. It was a big storm. And so she's helping all of those people get better. She's helping in the clinics and she's there now and working. But she is very lonely because she doesn't have Monte. You know, Monte's the Chihuahua. Monte is her Chihuahua, right? And so Monte is staying with Corny and Kim at Kim's house while Robin is in the Philippines for the month helping out with the clinic there. And so Monte is getting adjusted to living with a hound dog. And the hound dog is getting adjusted to living with a Chihuahua. And sometimes it's not always real clear. I mean, there's some certain things that, you know, dogs do that get on other dogs and annoy them. Kind of, and Monte does some things that are pretty annoying and Corny thinks they're annoying. So while Kim's at work during the day, they both go out back, and Monte is missing his person, Robin, who's in the Philippines, and so Monte does stupid things like dig in the garden. I mean, you've seen big dogs dig in the garden. Well, have you ever seen a little Chihuahua dig in the garden with these little paws? You know, you almost think it's a gopher digging in the. It's about that size, and so, but he can still do some damage. And so Corny has been trying to tell Monte that he should not dig around the flowers. He shouldn't go there. And Corny and Monte has done some other things that are pretty dumb. But the thing that annoys Corny the most about Monte is that Monte does not listen to Corny. Corny tries to tell Monte, you know, come on in, it's time to eat some food, or, you know, don't dig in that garden, you know, you're going to end up making problems for yourself, or, you know, Corny's trying to be a good host and be kind to Monte, but Monte keeps doing things that he shouldn't do or doesn't know to do, and he won't listen when Corny keeps telling him. And so, on Thursday, after Kim got home from work, it was still nice out and kind of almost warm, and so she wanted to take both of the dogs for a walk. So she got their leashes out. So Monte has this chain leash, which makes no sense at all for a Chihuahua, but you know, so you got this little puppy Chihuahua, not even a really big Chihuahua, a puppy Chihuahua with this big old chain, and they're going for a walk, and Corny had his nice leash on, and they walked across the street to where Corny's best friend, Sally, lives. Sally is also a beagle, and so a beagle's a kind of dog, they're the kind of dogs that Corny is. And they're the kinds of dogs that they're hound dogs. It's a hound dog.
Oh,
like Snoopy, except that hound dogs, when they talk, they go, oh, like that. That's how they kind of bark and howl. And Chihuahuas, they don't do that. They go, weep, 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 weep. So anyway, Corny was talking to Sally, who is the hound dog across the street, the beagle hound dog, and saying, look, we've got this dog doesn't listen to me. Monte never listens to me. What am I supposed to do? And I keep trying to tell him something. And so then immediately Sally starts talking to the Chihuahua, to Monte, and going, in Chihuahua. And Corny's saying, huh? And Sally says, well, you got to talk to him in Chihuahua. Because, you know, there's certain things that dogs do right, that all dogs know, right? The language is, they sniff. They all sniff each other. They do, that's just what dogs do. That's a part of their language, yes. But they each have their own other kind of language too, like Chihuahuas speak Chihuahua, and hound dogs speak hound dog, right? And so Sally could speak immediately to Corny because they're both hound dogs, but Corny never knew that Chihuahuas have a different language. And so, in order for them to communicate, Sally says, you need to learn how to speak Chihuahua. What do you think Corny did? He tried?
Rosetta Stone.
He got one of those tapes, or one of those CDs, and you put earplugs on while phones while he's sleeping, and had this sound going, yip, 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 yip. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, after 2 days of practicing Chihuahua, he's still not very good at it, but he at least now knows why Monte wasn't hearing him, because he wasn't speaking the language that Chihuahuas speak. And so that's the way it is with dogs. You have to speak the right language. And that's kind of the way it is with people too. People have different languages. Like what? Hola. So if you want to say hi to somebody that doesn't speak English but speaks Spanish, how would you say it? Hola. Very good. So you're well on the way. And it's a good thing to be learning a bunch of different languages. Now, I want you to know you do not have to learn how to speak Chihuahua. The dogs do not expect people to learn how to speak each of their individual languages. But, if you want to, you can practice it, but it would make you look awfully silly. Hey, you've been good listeners, and you can go on into Sunday school. Or to your seats, however you want to do it.